Today we're going to be replacing the dual outlet Forester stock exhaust with a quad outlet stock exhaust from a 2014 STI sedan. When we look inside the Forester muffler, we can see that it is a glass pack with baffling. Here is the STI exhaust with the dual outlets. When we look in the right outlet, we can see that it is also a straight through design glass pack. Now when we look through the left, we will see that there are few resonator holes, but for the most part it is a straight through pipe and bypasses all of the sound dampening inside the muffler. Here we are comparing the mid pipes. As you can see, the pipes are almost the same diameter, and we will measure that later on. Now let's compare the two resonators that are attached to both these systems. First we will look inside of the stock Forester resonator box. As we can see, it is a baffled glass pack system. And now we will look inside the STI, and what we find inside the resonator is there are also baffle holes, and it is also a standard glass pack system. Piping diameters are also the same, so we can deduce that the only real difference between the Forester pipes and resonator and the STI pipes and resonator are the size of the resonator's expansion chamber to cut down on noise. Here we are measuring the outer diameter of the pipes for the stock Forester exhaust. And now we will compare it with the stock STI exhaust. As you can see, the pipe diameters are almost identical. Here is our 3-inch catted downpipe and the stock mid-pipe and resonator system still attached to the car. First we need to remove it by undoing the two spring bolts behind the catalytic converter. Then we will need to remove the two bolts on each muffler that hold them on, and then finally remove the exhaust hanger, which is located towards the back in front of the rear axle. To assist in loosening off the muffler bolts, which are no doubt rusted in place, give them a good spray down with the penetrating oil first. If you find that the bolts have rusted themselves into position, screw the nuts on a couple of threads. Then get yourself a rubber mallet and give it a few solid taps to knock the bolts loose. Now we are reinstalling the mid-pipe. First attach the exhaust hanger, then you will probably find it easiest to use a pair of locking pliers to join the two flanges together temporarily so that you can reinstall your spring bolts. And this is the STI piping now installed underneath the Forester. Now we are test fitting the mufflers to check the clearance of the exhaust tips. So we will temporarily attach the muffler to the exhaust hangers, and as you can see, both exhaust tips are powering on the bumper cutout. So I guess we're going to have to modify the bumper in order to clear these exhaust pipes. using my fingertip to mark out a radius and dirt on the rear muffler. Now, using an air-powered rotary tool, I will be cutting out the factory outlet area. We're going to be widening out this section of the bumper to clearance both the exhaust tips. There are extended hangers available to hang the mufflers down a bit lower, but it looks a bit weird and I would rather just cut out this section of the rear bumper and gain the clearance that way. With a steady hand and a bit of patience and a bit of prior planning, we can get a nice smooth arc through here. Now that the extra plastic is being removed, using the flap wheel we can tidy up any rough edges. Right now I'm smoothing out the radiuses and the arc. We'll give it a nice factory look. And now I'm taking the burring off the front edge. This will make it look nice and smooth and like a factory finish. A little bit of a touch up to get rid of the loose edges and we're done. Now we can test fit the muffler again, and as you can see we've got plenty of clearance on both sides of the muffler tips.